All right, for our final page here, we are going to complete 2 multiplication problems and 2 division problems. Please make an estimate for each question, answer that estimate, and then find your actual answer to the problem. So we start here with number 12. It's 279 times 8. So 279, we would estimate that to 300. And we would multiply that by 8. And we get extended facts here. 3 times 8 is 24 with 2 zeros. So we know that our answer is going to be around 2,400. And then we look at the real problem. We do 279 times 8. So 9 times 8, 72. The 2 goes down. The 7 goes up. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus 7 more is 63. 3 goes down and the 6 goes up. And then we do 8 times 2 is 16, plus 6 more, which is 22. So our answer is 2,232. We compare that to our estimate. Everything looks awesome there. And next up, number 13, we have 78 times 23. 78 is pretty close to 80, and 23 is about 20. And I do my extended facts here. And I do 8 times 2 is 16, and 0 and another 0. That's 2 zeros. So my estimate tells me my answer should be around 1,600. Now I'll try to color code this for you so it makes it a little easier to follow. We start with 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 4 goes down and the 2 goes up. Then we do 3 times 7, 21, plus 2 more up top, which is 23. We start the second row always with a 0. And then we do 2 times 8 is 16. The 6 goes down. We put the 1 up. You can see I got rid of the 2. That's old. That's from the previous row. And then we finish it off by doing 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. And we get to wrap it all up here by adding it up, and we get 4, 9, 7, 1. For an answer of 1,794. And when we compare that to our estimate, again, it looks like we're right on track. Division estimates can be a little trickier, but we got this. I recommend look at your divisor first, and we're going to keep the divisor. It's a single digit. I like it. There's nothing wrong with the 7. And now what I need to do is I need to think of an extended fact that kind of plays nice with the 7. So 753 isn't too far away from 700. And I know that 700 divided by 7 is friendly and goes in it goes in 100 times. So that tells me that my answer should be around 100. And a little computer magic there. You can see I did draw in my squares. I wrote all my numbers for 753 on the far right side. And let's go ahead and do the box method to divide. I know that 7 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. I subtract them, I get 0. Awesome. Now I have 5. 7 goes into 5, sorry. Not at all, so we have to put the 0. 0 times 7 is 0. We subtract them, we get 5. We have to put the 5 up. We can cross that out then, and we get to finish this problem off by figuring out how many times 7 goes into 53. I'm going through my math facts in my head. I'm thinking 8 times 7, but that's 56. That's too big, so I go back to 7 times 7, which is 49, which is perfect. And my remainder is 4, and I get 107 remainder 4. Compare that to my estimate. Looks good to me. And our final problem of the day, I'm looking at my divisor, 25. Now, 25 is pretty friendly, but I'm going to go ahead and make it when it's 2-digit. I try to make it as easy as I can to work with. So I'm going to actually turn 25. I'm going to estimate that to 30. 30 is way friendlier. I'm looking at the 3. I see a 9 here, and I'm like, you know what? That's about 900. Again, it's just an estimate. I know it's closer to 1,000, but I also know that 3 doesn't go into 10 as nice as 3 goes into 9. This is a division extended fact, so I know that 9 divided by 3 is 3, and there's one more 0 there. and we get my estimate. Should put our answer around 30. And again, to save time, you can see I did my box method. I wrote 984 in the boxes, 25 on the outside as my divisor. I know that 25 won't go into 9, so I'm just going to go ahead and scoot it over. Now I do know that 25 can go into 98. 1 is 25, 2 is 50, 3 is 75, 4 is 100. A little big, so we're going to go with 3. 3 times 25 is 75. Now I have a little bit of a subtraction problem, but it's not too scary. Gets me 23. I have to bring that 23 up, cross that out, and now I need to think, how many times will 25 go into 234? And I'm counting 25, 50, 75, 100. 125, you can see I'm keeping tally marks every time I count by a 25. So I'm at 125, which is 5 25s. Then I go 150, 175, 200, 225. If I go one more, it's 250. So I did my tally marks, or you could write 25 and 25 and 50. There's a bunch of ways you can kind of show your work off to the side. I just counted using tally marks. So I've figured out that it goes in 9 times, which equals 225. And then be careful, you did all this hard work. Don't mess it up now, okay? Make sure you subtract properly. You cannot subtract 4, take 5 from 4, so we need to borrow. We make the 3 turn into a 2, and the 4 now becomes a 14. Or another strategy you could do, you could just count up from 225 and get to 234. But if you do this subtraction properly, we get 9 either way. So our final answer is 39 remainder 9, which when we match it up to our estimate, it looks good. I hope this helped.